Hey guys, Romie here. So yes, this is my first review ever for Being Mary Jane. So this is season 4, episode 1. She's now in New York, and I actually like the new setup a lot. Not a lot more, but I like the new setup. It definitely has a different vibe. We know I believe producer, director, what have you, has changed for the show. So we jump right into it. Mary Jane, she's in New York, and she's still trying to find love because her love life is pitiful. Pitiful at best. Borderline non-existent. What's going on is she's hired a professional to go and make sure that she finds her perfect mate. So a matchmaker slash a therapist slash everything else. The thing is, this matchmaker's like, I have a high success rate because I make sure I work with people that want to put in the work. If you don't want to put in the work, you're not going to get the results. This isn't magic here. This is science. This is common sense also, but then again, you're so smart that there's certain things that should be common sense that aren't because you're so smart. So if you're not going to put in the work, then I can leave. It's like, no, I'm willing. I'm going to do whatever it takes. Kara and Mary Jane are, of course, celebrating because Mary Jane got the new job. She's going to be working at GDU, so that's Good Day USA. Or no, I'm sorry, it was Great Day USA. Kind of like Good Day America. We get it. And while they're in this little bar slash comedy club, they're hearing Mary Jane sees this guy. It's like, no, because the guy knew who she was. So because the guy knew who she was, she's like, I don't have one of my non-disclosure agreements. He can say and do whatever he wants while we're in the bed, and then once it's all over, that could be out on the first page news, and I don't want to lose my job because of something stupid like that. Now, of course, Kara, another guy's checking her out, so Mary Jane's like, go, go! Now, while Mary Jane's all alone, there's this guy at the bar. He's from London, and she loves his accent. She loves it so much that she almost doesn't care what else he has to say. I mean, that's what actually happens. He wants to go and give his name. She's like, no, you don't have to do that. And it's like, I don't normally do this, so give me a moment. She goes. They're in her hotel room because right now she's in the hotel, and at first I thought it was an apartment, but I think it's like one of those hotels, like high-end hotels where you're basically there for like months at a time. She calls Kara and says, Kara, if you don't hear back from me, then it was the dude from the bar that we were at / comedy club, and I made sure that we walked past all the cameras so his face is on those cameras. You hear me? Girl, I love you. Pray for me. So she goes and they start to have before they have sex, the guy's looking at her post-its because Mary Jane always has to have her post-its with her daily affirmations of what she needs to do and improve upon herself. And the guy's just like, tell me whatever you want and I'll do it to you / give it to you. Mary Jane puts on this rubber band. It's just like, I'll pluck once for harder, 2 for harder, 3 for hardest, 4 for that thing I like. I'm like, what, Mary Jane? Because her relationship guru told her, you have one more night of free bliss. The next night, you have to go in boot camp. You can't have sex with anyone. So here's how this is gonna. So that's how it's gonna go. That's why Mary Jane was open to having sex with the guy. And the thing was, she stopped, and I respect the fact that he stopped because he was like, are you okay? Because we don't have to continue if you don't want to continue. I'm not going to be on the first page news because I didn't stop when you clearly weren't into it. She's like, tell me, it was like, what? Whatever you want. Tell me you love me. I'm thinking, what? I love you. She's like, okay. And then they continue. Mary Jane's so broken. It's not funny, but she is so broken, it's really sad. She gets there, and Kara's super excited. Kara's like, we need to get you a hair and makeup. Well, you're technically basically ready to go, but what's wrong, honey? What's wrong? I wanted you to meet with Scott, Dave, Jenna. Like, well, what's wrong? Let's come over here. This is where Mary Jane lets her, and of course us, know that she was fired, just like what we knew. She was fired. And why? Well, not what we knew, what we figured. She was fired because of the whole Niecy thing. We didn't see it because in the season finale, all we saw was Niecy get tased and arrested. Apparently, Mary Jane went on a it's not a tirade, but basically the network saw it as a tirade of her continuously focusing on the Black Lives Matter movement and on Black lives and being more and more progressive with her thought process and making sure that she had a linear focus on making sure that she pushed her black agenda, and the network was tired of it, the network was over it, so they fired her. They told her she could leave with honors, so that's why it was a mutual firing. But for Kara and her, she was fired, she was let go. And the thing is, Kara already had the new opportunity in New York because she went and networked, but Kara got Mary Jane the interview, and then Mary Jane killed it. So that's why Mary Jane is now where she's at. Now Mary Jane is outside and she's doing, basically, you know, she's the person on the street, talking to people on the street instead of being the big host like she wants to be. You know, you all have to start somewhere, but it's like, damn, she was right there. But then again, that was a different market. Even though for Atlanta it was a huge market, if she's for New York, oh, she is popping. If she's for New York, she is popping. So, with that being said, Mary Jane is just admiring Rhonda. Rhonda is basically the news anchor that Mary Jane Pope has always wanted to be. And while they watch Rhonda, you know, interview this guy and he's talking about all these different things, Mary Jane tells Kara, go and tell Rhonda that to ask about something with regards to Black lives and the students and how they're punished. And so the guy went off. He went off in a not politically correct, but he went off in a professional manner. He was just like, look, here's the real issue. You have the black students that are being patronized, that are being punished at a higher rate and also more severely than their white counterparts. It's just like with incarceration, how the minorities, you know, blacks in particular, blacks, I hate that phrase, black people in particular, are going and being incarcerated and also being put up on charges, and heavier charges than their white counterparts. And so then, because the charges are heavier, that means that you're in there for a longer period of time. So that also affects the average incarceration rates. That's the main reason why black people have much higher rates, because it's not even necessarily that they're even just getting arrested more, which technically they are for minor things. The other part is they're in there for longer. So there's that. And then, you know, Rhonda wanted to go and say, you know, thank you so much, Kara. That was amazing. How'd you know his hot button? Oh, it wasn't me. It was my girl Mary Jane. And Mary Jane's just like, oh, I love you. I love you. You. Oh my God. Oh. And Rhonda knew it. She knew it from there. It's like, oh, so you're the pretty black woman that they brought here. Oh, okay. I see what they're trying to do here. They're not slick. They want me to groom you to take my job. I'm going to be super nice to you. I'm going to be super chummy buddy with you. Why don't you go, oh, who, Amy? Amy? Becky? Her? She's supposed to be doing your hair and makeup? No. You need to use my guy, Ty. Because Ty, he's going to hook you up. You going to look good. Now, here goes Kara trying to go and weasel her way in with Rhonda and say, I don't understand what's going on. Why aren't you taking this job or taking this story, that story? No, that's not how it actually works. You see that producer right there? Yeah, he's the one who... he's the one that goes and makes the decisions. He's basically like 10 years younger than us, but, you know, the network wants him. The network says he has big ideas, so go out and get it. And Ty, while he's doing Mary Jane's hair, says, you know, shout out to you, because on your first day you were ready to impress Rhonda. You're going to make it far here, honey. You're going to make it far. Of course, her parents are super excited that, you know, she's on TV. Oh, so cool. She's doing this, doing that. Shout out to our baby. Patrick, on the other hand, he's typing up Niecy's letter because, you know, the public wants a statement. The press wants a statement regarding what happened to her, and Niecy is over it. Niecy even comes in and says, like, okay, I have to go. Tell your grandfather, tell your great-grandfather goodbye, because we have places to go, places to go, people to see, and I am not reading that letter E. Nope. No, you go and handle that. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Mary Jane is back outside. Now, mind you, it's winter time, so she is cold. And while she's doing this, she gets told by Kara, you know, there's this guy in the back that's going to be great for the camera, so you need to go and ask him. Apparently it's his birthday too, and guess what? It's the guy. His name is Lee. That's the guy that Mary Jane had the one night stand, and she's looking at him like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? He says, you know, I'm here because it might as well be my birthday because I'm talking with you. Oh, I'm like, oh God, here we go. And along with that, he's just complimenting her and just complimenting her and complimenting her. And once it's over, she tells him, oh, so why are you here? Well, you know, how it works is normally, how this works for me is I wake up and I normally don't watch this show. I normally don't watch this show. I normally don't get up at this time to watch TV. I did both, and then I saw you. And normally I would have just left it at that. But because it's you, and there's something special about you, I came down here. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet, and she's over it. She said, this is a one-night stand situation. What don't you understand about that? No, I'm going to go. Do you want my number? So, no. Kara's looking at, what's wrong with you? Why didn't you go and try to entertain? Well, Kara, what's wrong with you? Mary Jane said, you know the guy the one I said, yeah, him! It was him! Oh, and you, yes, exactly. But why? Because I'm doing this thing with a, what do you call it? A relationship guru. A relationship? What? Yeah, for $20,000. $20,000? For you? And you have right. That's why you're not gonna. No. So they're prepping Mary Jane on the fact that, of course, you know, right now you'll get there. Come on, there is a reason why they brought you in here. One day you'll get into Rhonda's chair, but for right now, you need to go and prep yourself for this rapper dude. I know it's not what you envision, but we all have to start somewhere when we're starting over of sorts. Now, I guess one of Niecy's baby daddies, I'm assuming he's a father to one of her kids, is there, and she's just like, you know what? You'll be cool, you'll be good, because you're going to go and get that money, and everything will be over. Don't worry about your father, don't worry about the statement. I'm thinking, this man is really with you just for your money. I hope you realize that. Kara goes and makes sure that she gets chummy with Ty, and she tells him, look, here's this going to work. I need to know some information on Rhonda, and I need to know it now. I need to know, why is Rhonda not trying to pursue certain stories, and you know what, I'll sweeten the deal. I'll give you tickets on a paid vacation slash destination thing for you and your husband. So tell me, so tell me what's going on. Okay, but we still can't hear. Okay, so what is it? Well, you know, Rhonda hasn't signed her contracts. What do you mean? Yeah, she hasn't signed her contracts. She's not legally obligated to do anything at this point. So anyone could technically come up and take her spot. It's like, repeat that again? She's not legally bound by anything. She may not be signing. There's no signs that she may be signing. It's like, you may be my... Hey, friend. Hey, pal. We gonna be close. I know it. Now the rapper goes, and I'm looking at the rapper like, why does he look like one of the Lucious Lyon boys / The Weeknd? He's like a tall, thin version of The Weeknd, kind of. Does it really matter? No. What matters is that, you know, Mary Jane had to initially like pluck teeth, yank out teeth, because he's just the type like, oh, how's today? Good. How do you feel? Okay. What did you do today? I came here. So then she goes and she talks to him about his daughter, talks to him, and then, you know, spearheads that to what's going on with your relationship. Are you single? Are you not? And the thing is, it's really sad because she's pretty much has like a hot topic segment. That's what she's currently doing at this particular moment. And she's able to get this guy, well, of course with Kara's assistance, she's able to get this guy to admit the fact that he is single and that he's open to a relationship. And of course the women are going to go crazy over that. And it's like, oh, we have the scoop. We beat TMZ on this huge rapper and we have the scoop. looking at this like, really? So then Aaron, who is this huge anchor, he's like the other big anchor aside from Rhonda, and she's like, you did amazing, you're great, so why don't you go and have drinks with us afterwards? She's elated. She's like, oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh my god. And then, of course, Kara goes and informs her that, look, Mary Jane, I think the job is yours because Rhonda isn't re-signing. They brought you here because they want to replace her with you. You just need to work your magic, girl. Go there and schmooze and do everything you need to do. Get that black girl magic going. Get that black girl magic going. You know you got it in you. You know you got it in you. Just do this for us. You can do this for us. So, of course, they're both happy. They're both ready to go. Thinking, okay, good times, good times. Everybody's celebrating good times. Niecy's over being in Atlanta, and she's like, okay, what's going on, Auntie? It's like, oh, I'm doing great. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Patrick's done with Niecy's statement, and Niecy still doesn't want to hear it. So, Patrick's father said, Niecy, I know you don't really respect your father / listen to him, but you're going to respect me. Sit down and listen to what your father has to say. I'm thinking, dang. It's really bad when your father has to come in and do that for you. Anyway, what ends up happening is Patrick, you know, he talks about how him as a black man, he understood that he had to go and act a certain way so that he could come home at night, but he never imagined his daughter or the black women have to go and deal with the same issues that a black man had to deal with when it came to law enforcement and police brutality and prejudice and racism. And she's just like, she doesn't know what to say or what to do with his daughter because this happened and then we fought it. And even though we finally won, we were dragged through the mud as a family. And dragged through the muck, because of that, we almost didn't make it as a family. It broke our family apart. And part of that reason is my father didn't want to speak to me because it's like certain ways how I handled things or certain decisions I made in my life impacted my daughter and how it is today. And, you know, I have a drug issue. He's a drug issue or had a drug issue. He wasn't a great son. He wasn't a great father. And he's doing better now, but he understands that it takes a village, you know, because the family went through what it went through. Now they're better. Now they're on the other side of it. Now they're closer than ever. That's the only positive thing in this. It brought them closer together, and now that they're closer together, they have to look at the black community as a real community and help each other out, look out for each other. They're like, oh, this is nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Mary Jane, of course, is talking to whatever her name is. It's irrelevant. But someone from the office, and the woman from the office is talking about how she actually had sex with Aaron because Mary Jane thought that he was gay. She was like, no, actually, we had sexual relations, and of course, that's what happens when you work closely with someone. And Mary Jane gets a call from her, you know, her relationship guru, and her relationship guru tells her, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a refund. Wait, what? Yeah. Wait, I paid you $20,000. I just told you I'm going to give you a refund. I can't do this. Can't do what? What do you mean? You can't really commit to this because I've gotten your self-evaluations and you really don't know yourself. Forget knowing what you want. You don't really know yourself. You know hypothetically what you want. You feel like what you should have. But you're lost. And I can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves by looking deeper inside themselves and understanding why they're broken or where they are. You don't. So until you figure that out, don't call me. That's essentially what she said. Mary Jane's over it, so now she's again on the rebound. She goes back to the comedy club, and the guy's talking about how, you know, pop music, it's changed so much. How Ariana Grande, she has a song with The Weeknd, and it sounds so nice because of how she's singing it and how The Weeknd's singing it. But in reality, you know, this Disney, Nickelodeon, pop princess, whatever you want to call her, she's talking about getting boned. She's talking about getting boned, having sex with this dude, and it's not about women empowerment. It's more so about do me this way, do me that way, every other way. And it was a funny enough joke, and you know, Mary Jane tries to hightail it out of there. He's like, no, 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 no. I see you. I see you. So we're not gonna go and do that. And they end up, you know, reintroducing themselves. He's just like, okay, we'll start over. We'll start over because if this is gonna be a real relationship, I guess we'll need to do that. Hi, I'm so and so such and such. Hi, I'm so and so such and such. While they're walking, they hear some dance hall, more so like Diplo type music or Major Lazer type of dance hall music. You know, before it got all watered down, but anyway. So I was like, okay, that was cute, and you see a transition of them being really sexual to them actually having sex in her hotel room, and it's the next morning. Well, it's probably morning already. It's 3 something. It's her alarm because she has to get up early because she has to do the outside stuff. And she leaves a post-it on his forehead, essentially telling him, you know, you can stay, but don't get comfortable. I said, if that's not the realest thing she hasn't thought of in the moment, I don't know what is. Now, Mary Jane is at work. She actually has dinner with the producer. The producer tells her, look, we're basically, you know why we're here. You know why we're here. You know that you're potentially so-and-so's replacement, so let's talk. Let's just be real about it. And just like, okay. She tells Kara, and Kara's super excited. Next thing you know, Rhonda pulls Mary Jane in and says, oh, I'm sure he brought you to a certain booth, and I'm sure that he was actually flirting on you from the jump in your interview, if you really think about it. He likes you, but I'm not going anywhere, honey. I have the option to extend my contract, and that's what I'm doing. See, the thing is, they wanted you in here so that we could fight over this position. And because that makes sense, because if Mary Jane is seen as kind of a fighter, seen as being tough, then it makes sense for them to have someone like her to try and take Rhonda's spot, because they know that she's driven, they know that she wants it. Everything that she's saying makes sense. Do I think that she's trying to get Mary Jane on her side so that Mary Jane doesn't go and take her spot? Absolutely. You can't truly trust her, and that's what Kara goes and tells her. Well, the producer tries to tell Mary Jane, oh, you know, we have to slow down because I got legal told me since you're new there's still a probation period. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. And again, Mary Jane looks over to Rhonda like, yeah, you were right. Kara says, I don't care. I don't care what she said. You do not trust her. You trust me. We're friends. We're the ones that are friends. So don't worry about her. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. You're going to be a star. You're going to get her spot. I promise you that. You just need to work hard like you've always been doing, and we'll get this money. Because Mary Jane was ready to give up. She was ready to start packing. And then she saw that posted that she left on Lee's face. And remember, it said, you can stay here, but don't get too comfortable. So Mary Jane was like, you know what, game on. I'm excited. This season looks good. It feels fresh. It feels new again. So please like, comment, subscribe.